Yes, if we are live, if someone in the chat can confirm it, because for me, we're not live.
No, I don't think we're live. It doesn't look like we're live.
Yeah.
Acho que agora foi. Agora foi, acho.
Ah,
I think we're live.
now
Does
yes.
it appear? Does it appear on YouTube?
Yes, now it does.
Haha!
You can see it.
Guys, sorry.
Thank you, Mathieu.
We are a programmer. We are a web development bootcamp, not a YouTube video bootcamp. We need to improve our games on that.
We're not ready to launch our YouTube channel.
There are some things we still need to practice on and learn. Sorry. But good luck for the demo day, guys. I'm going to try and keep connected to see what the great project you've built.
Thank you, Mathieu. And thanks for everybody who decided to join us tonight on Zoom or YouTube. My name is Mylène. I'm the bootcamp manager for the city of Rio de Janeiro. And I'm very happy to have all of you tonight to see the demo day of our second data science class in Rio. They started just 9 weeks ago, and tonight we're going to see the results of their hard work, okay? But if you can please just give me 5 minutes before to tell you a little bit more about Le Wagon. So for the ones who don't know, we are a coding bootcamp, and not any type of coding bootcamp because we are the best one. If you go on SwitchUp or Course Report, which are websites who review bootcamps, you can see that we're always the best acclaimed bootcamp. And we're very famous to do two things very well. The first thing is a web dev bootcamp, where you can learn how to become a web developer and without any prerequisites. Like, you just need to be curious, passionate, motivated, and we will make a web developer out of you. And then we're also very famous for our second program, the data science bootcamp, which is the ones the students from tonight did. And for this one, it's not for beginners. You need some programming basics, some math basics, and a very strong report before that. And for both programs, you can choose whether you want to do it full-time, like you drop everything and you come for 2 months with us to code every single day, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. With our teachers. Or in the part-time program, where it's 6 months instead of 2 months, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Tuesday and Thursday night, and Saturday all day, over 6 months. So in 6 months, part-time from your job, you can change your career. We adapt to your life. Both programs are very intense. There's not much difference, but it pays off. You will see tonight. And something to know about Le Wagon is we have a very entrepreneurship spirit. We're very focused on project and practice. Tonight, you're gonna see the apps that our students developed in only 10 days. And we're very happy that they can bring these apps in their portfolio and then find a job with them. And some of them actually build startups from it. Some companies were created during Le Wagon and they continue after Le Wagon. Some are created after Le Wagon. We're very happy to see this entrepreneurship spirit being developed in our students. And even if they don't create companies and raise a lot of money, if you're curious about it, you can follow the link on top right corner. I will be sending it on the chat later too. If they don't build a company, they can also join a big company, a startup or a big tech company. Like, there are plenty of companies all around the world who hire our students. And here I want to speak to our students specifically. Please take advantage of the Le Wagon network, okay? It's like 10,000 students all around the world. They're all working for big tech companies or small startups, or they launched their startup. Please contact them. You know, you can use Kit. You have our own LinkedIn network inside our learning platform. Please use it, because I know that they will be very willing to help you find a job, help you build your portfolio, or just get tips and advice, okay? Make sure you can leverage that network. It's very important. So that was it for me. I just wanted to give you a little overview about Le Wagon if you didn't know about it. But the real star tonight are our students. Alexandre, Bruno, David, Paula, Pedro, Ricardo, Richard, and Thiago. Thank you so much for these 9 months together. It passed so fast. It's always the same. And it was quite an international batch. We had David from Germany, Richard from the Netherlands, we had Pedro with Brazil, but who was in Spain at that time. We had Chigo, who was traveling all around Brazil. One day was in Fortaleza, the next day he was in Lençóis. We don't know, we never knew. Everybody had a different background every single day. It was lots of fun. And I don't know if you guys knew, but me and the teachers, we had a nickname for your class. the nerd class because you guys were too good. For the ones who don't know, every single day at Le Wagon, you have class and then you have challenges. And inside the challenges of Le Wagon, you have mandatory challenges that you have to do during the day and optional challenges. For this class, it was not an option. They were doing all of them every single day, so much that sometimes I was worried that they will finish too early during the day and I wouldn't have any more challenges to give them. So I think now I raise the bar really high for the projects you will see tonight. And please be excited because it's really good projects. So stop talking and now we show the code, we show the work. And for the first app, I will be calling David, who will be showcasing Emotion AI. Good, David?
Okay, yeah. Share my screen. Oops. So can you all hear me?
Yes, and we can see. Thank you.
Okay, great. Yeah, good evening. My name is David. My teammates are Bruno, Ricardo, and Richard. Today is demo day, and I'm going to present our project for the data science bootcamp here in Rio de Janeiro. So what do? We were trying to build a model for facial emotion recognition. So basically, we wanted to create a model which is able to predict your emotion based on your facial expressions. Yeah, let's just start with a short story. And I'm introduced Bruno. This is Bruno. He's 26 years old. He had a very good time because our team had a lot of fun building the school project. So Bruno is a very happy man. Unfortunately, all good things come to an end, and tomorrow it's time to say goodbye to all of our team members. Even happy people have sad moments in their life. Bruno is happily surprised with what we were able to build just in 1 week. So let me dig into this a little deeper and show you how we did it. First of all, we had to find a suitable data set. We trained our model on top of 120,000 pictures. We used a FER data set and MMA data set from Kaggle. Let's check it out a little further. The data sets both consist of facial images with labeled emotions. It's the basic emotions, or the 7 basic emotions from psychology: angry, disgust, fear, happy, neutral, sad, and surprised. The FER data set is actually in black and white or grayscale. And the MMA dataset is in color, as you can see right here. And we wanted to evaluate our model on the FER dataset. That's why we had to resize the MMA images and had to grayscale them afterwards. Unfortunately, we had to drop a couple classes, angry, disgust, and fear. The reasons why we dropped disgust was because we just had too few samples to learn this emotion, and fear and anger was kind of close, and we didn't have enough data points to really clearly distinguish between both of these emotions. So actually we would need a way bigger data set to be able to predict these emotions properly. Further, all of those 3 classes were kind of poorly labeled. And it was even hard to tell which emotion was the predominant one for a human. Yeah, so after dropping the 3 classes, you can actually see our class distribution here. We had, from the beginning, we had an imbalanced data set. After dropping the 3 classes, we got a little bit more balanced. Yeah, but what did we actually use to create our predictions? We were building a convolutional neural network. How it works can you see on the slide. So basically you have an input image, then you try to extract features through different or multiple convolutional and pooling layers. This gets passed to a fully connected layer, which actually classifies your input. Yeah, we started out with a dumb model. That's our basic, yeah, our baseline, how we compared our model. The dumb model is based on 7 classes, and the happy class was the most frequent class. So therefore, if the model always predicts the happy class, then it would achieve a 24% accuracy. Then further, we developed the baseline model and added different things like a pooling layer, different data augmentation techniques pre-trained on the MMA data set, as you saw, and even introduced some ensembling methods. But in the end, the ensemble model was kind of too heavy to load on our web app. That's why we decided, for performance reasons, to just use our best single model. Now I'm going to explain how it actually works, how we create a prediction from the webcam image. So basically, we access your webcam as a stream, then we crop a face, resize this face, and then grayscale it. And we use this grayscaled image to create a tensor. This tensor are we passing to our convolutional neural network, which I just showed. And this actually creates our prediction. So now it's time to showcase what we did, and my team member Rich is taking the word now.
Guys, we cannot hear you.
Where is that? Yeah, working? Okay, sorry about that.
No, yes.
All right, so we built a simple web application to in which we integrated our model prediction. We did this using TensorFlow JS, and what you see now is basically the same thing as what was shown in the beginning of the presentation with Bruno. Having a one-on-one interpretation is nice, but I better know my own emotion than a model could predict. Plus, one-on-one humans will always perform better in this kind of estimates. This becomes mostly interesting when you want to get predictions of, say, a large group of people. For example, our model is able to get multiple predictions at once. This kind of demonstrates the same thing as what David explained earlier on. We capture the image frames, which are presented by us through the OpenCV library, and they will be passed on to our pre-processing, after which it will be sent to the model and returns the prediction, which is shown here. So why is it more interesting to have multiple predictions and not a one-on-one interpretation? So we have some suggestions now used for further development, which is mostly, for example, a Zoom integration. It would be very interesting to get the sentiment of a large audience or a group when you're doing, for example, a pitch of a product. One of the things you would like to find out in such a process is what specific thing in your presentation or your story or the features you present resonate deeply with your audience, and this could give you a good or a better understanding of where exactly is your product market fit. Also, another possible application would be in, for example, education. If there's classes, for example, that could identify confusion or boredom, this would be interesting to see, for example, what part of the curriculum is hard to comprehend for certain students, or which might need some further elaboration, or in case of boredom, what content or what say what slides or what type of lecturing should be improved to or spiced up to make sure the attention span of the students will not drop before basically the core of the subject is sunk in. In our particular case, so as I said, this is an intention for further development. So this application has not yet given us the opportunity to interpret your responses. So we would like to end this presentation with a short Q&A to see if we can get a little discussion going on and see if there's some interesting questions, or we would like to hear your ideas on this. Thank you.
Woo! Congrats, guys. So far, there's no question, but I called them out on that. Perhaps we can keep the questions for the end. Okay?
Okay. Questions will be for the end. So,
yay.
Switching back to Melanie, I guess.
Yes. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, guys. Next group, we're going to talk about emotions again, but in a different form. I'm going to call Thiago from Sentimedia. Here you go, Thiago.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you very much for your attention for this cool tool that I'm going to introduce you. Myself, being a small restaurant owner, I often struggle to get the good perspective of what's the sentiment of my customers in the social media. I even hired one intern just for this task, but nevertheless, we can't help being struggling, and we can't keep up with the amount of activity in the social media. It's like over 1,000 reviews from my business, over 1,000 reviews for each of my competitors' business, and that's in only one social media. So that's quite a lot. That was all until I've been recommended to use Sentimedia. That's this simple and very easy tool that provides you the possibility to monitor social media activity, and it's done in a super intuitive way and very visual, and you can draw insights quite quickly to work on your weaknesses and to identify your strengths of your business. Sentimedia uses a natural language processing model, and its model is capable of learning what group of words would be either in a positive or in a negative review, in a way that it can identify if reviews are and comments are positive or negative. Oh, enough speaking about the tool, let me show you my experience with it. I find it very useful to use Sentimedia at least once per week. I enjoy starting with the map, where I can spot my business here, and I can see business around which are similar or competitors. Recently, I've been quite interested about Bistrot du Midi, which is nearby, and I realized some of my regulars have been spending a bit too often time there recently. So I'm kind of curious to know what's going on and get some insights from that. For that, I actually use the display benchmark mode in Sentimedia, which I will show you in a minute. That it's nice because it puts all the visualizations side by side, and then you can compare I can compare my business with the competitor. Also, when I use that weekly, I firstly do to update the information that I have. For that, I get some reviews from either Google or TripAdvisor. I put them in a simple CSV file. So in this case, we have 2 positive, 2 negative reviews, and I just drop the CSV file here. Then I take a few minutes taking a look at the results. That the tool runs some model in the background and gives me the result of positive or negative reviews, and I take a very quick look at the totals to see the amount and the proportion of it. Then I move on to the visualization part, and I find very useful this feature that they have, that I can exclude words which are not bringing any insight to my analysis. So I just remove these words and I immediately move to compare. So here, when I look at my business, I have this word cloud and this bar chart, and I look that I see that I have sandwiches in the reviews from my business. Sandwiches, beer. I see lunch, and when I compare that to my competitor, I see quite different words. So I see much more like wine, and I see French. I see dinner. So that allows me to take some conclusions that maybe are not direct competitors. Actually, we offer different experiences. And when I move to check the negative reviews, I can see, for example, quickly, service quite big and service quite big here also. And that means to me that it's a common issue for us both as business. And definitely I should really take a look into that so that I can do better than my competitor, at least on the service. And then I can maybe look deeper for other insights here. And finally, my favorite part of this tool is the scatter text. So I can see this visualization of a whole variety of words, and they are displayed across being positive or negative to this side, and infrequent more to this point, and more frequent to this other side or up here. And after I take a first view like that, and I see which words are there, I enjoy taking one word. So recently I've been interested about the meatball products that we are serving. And once I click, I can see a lot of mentions and reviews, either positive or negative. And I can take a look and, for example, Mexican meatball sub, so hard to eat. Mexican meatball sandwich, meatballs were falling apart on me. I mean, I really have to take a look about that with the chef, and so that we can improve and get more competitive. Honestly, I find that with Sentimedia, I can finally leverage from the social media to grow my business. And I really hope you guys enjoy it also, and that you can let yourself get surprised by how nice this tool is. Thank you very much.
Woo! Congratulations! Yay! Cute. Thank you, guys. We still have no questions in the chat. I don't know, feels like, oh, they're asking for your LinkedIns. Interesting. Drop your LinkedIn in the YouTube chat. That's the next step after the bootcamp. Okay, guys, I think we proved it. You are the nerd class. Yay! No, but seriously, I was talking with Matt, your teacher, right before, and he was telling me, Milan, you don't realize you had superstars. But I do realize that I had superstars. It was a pleasure to have you as students in this class, and I think I'm talking in the name of all the teachers when I say that it was really, really rewarding to have students who are so curious, motivated, and who want to push their limits every single day in their learning experience at Wagon, because we know that there's a lot of content, and seeing you guys like pushing your limits to get the most of it every single day was great for me, for the teachers. Thank you so much for this experience. And I'm happy. Congratulations. Be happy. I'm also happy according to your app. I tested it. I'm happy. And congratulations to the teachers. Thank you, teachers. Matt, Amanda, Mateus, Guy, Mo, Nizar, Vini, Hi, Renan, and George. Thank you so much for being these awesome teachers among these 9 weeks. And thank you to you guys. You've made it. Congratulations. Be happy. It's not the end. Okay. Starting today, you will have a week and a half to rest, to perhaps work a bit more on your project. And then we meet again for the career week, where you will be meeting recruiters, companies, workshops on how to build your LinkedIn, your portfolio. So enjoy this week and a half, and then we meet again at the end of the month to start looking for a job, okay? Thank you so much for everybody in the chat. If you still have questions about anything, I'm still around, and I will be translating, I will be showing the questions to the students. And otherwise, now it's time for beers and pizza online for the ones who are online. And thank you so much for attending this demo day. Thank you to the students, thank you to the teachers, and drop your LinkedIn in the YouTube chat, guys. They asked for it. Okay, dokie. Thanks, everybody.